Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. That wasn't really the video I was planning to make, but sometimes happy accidents happen, and this is the video I ended up making instead of what I had planned. Basically, we're going to take a look at how to recreate our friend Darkseid within this universe online. Here you can see that I took a lot of liberties with my Darkseid armory. I gave a Darkseid armory to my Dark Multiverse character, and even though it doesn't exactly look like Darkseid, it has the spirit of the character well enough that you can understand that it is Darkseid. And I went with some big shoulders to try to make him bulkier. And but let's take a look at some of the how we can reproduce the more classic look more faithfully. So basically using the Arctic glove for the hands. For the headpiece, I'm using the Manhunter headpiece that you can get from the style vendor from the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom. For the chest, the tank top could work, I suppose, although I'm not too crazy about the way it fits on the character. Even though it's kind of sort of similar to what Darkseid was wearing for a long time, it should cover the neck a bit more, and the way it cuts at the sleeves, I'm not sure about that. For the boots, the Mayan boots, the tall trim boots, sorry I was confused a bit. The tall trim boots are about as close to the whatever boots Darkseid was using. Of course, for the shorts I went with the briefs. Sometimes he had this kind of little skirt that sadly I couldn't really reproduce in this universe online. There are a few skirts that you can use, but they look too bulky and don't look quite right. Also, at some point, there are a few times when we did see Darkseid wearing some sort of cape. I thought the cape maybe could improve the look and help the tank top. I was mistaken. As soon as I saw the cape, I hated it. The Angelic chest piece is about a bit closer to what I would like for the Darkseid chest piece. The only thing is that it has this armored look that Darkseid never really had. Like Darkseid is he's a strong. His skin is like rock-like, and he's stronger than rock, so he doesn't really need armor. So that him having some sort of armor is quite a bit redundant. But the feel, the fit, the way the chest actually fit on the character, that's basically if I could get a slimline chest piece that looks kind of like that, I'd be very happy. So this is pretty much as close to the classic look of the character as we can get. I will go through a few other chest pieces in a bit to show some variations or sort of alternatives that could be used. But this being the Angelic chest piece, and the belt is the New Genesis or fourth world belt. I always forget mix the two up. And of course, you cannot be Darkseid if you don't have your trusted Omega Beam. And luckily, nowadays, the iconic Heat Vision is now quite a bit more powerful than it used to be. So it's you can actually use this power and not be too disadvantaged. So the Heat Vision is now actually a viable option to use, and with your Darkseid character, you have to use some sort of Omega Beam, and the Heat Vision does the trick well enough in that regard. Until they actually add some actual Omega Beam in the game, the Heat Vision is the option we have. As you can see, you can use, I guess, the beach tank, a tank top, but it looks better than the actual tank top, but there's still something a bit off about it. So again, if we could have like this kind of material, but that covers the character as much as the Angelic chest piece does, that would be perfect. But right now we have to choose either one or the other. So either we go with the tank top, or in this case the beach tank top, or we go with the Angelic chest piece to try to reproduce the classic look of Darkseid. For the character's powers, personally I went with Quantum. I guess the quantum tunneling kind of mimics the boom tube in terms of teleporting from one place to the next. But you can probably use any powers you want to recreate your Darkseid character. There's no official Darkseid powers in the game, so whatever power you prefer, that's what you should probably use. And if you want to use an aura, it's up to you. I went with an aura that kind of reproduces the Kirby dots, the way that Kirby was creating energy by doing some kind of dots, but it's as you wish. An alternative you can get is the chest of the Firstborn, as you saw. Uh, Again, it's not really accurate. Basically, it's the Calibac chess piece, but it kind of works with your Darkseid character. The way it covers the character a lot better than any tank top does, and it has those Kirby squiggly lines and so those weird Kirby dots that are very specific to Kirby style. So it does add some Kirby element to your character, and even though it's not actually a Darkseid chess piece, it is Kirby enough that it gives the essence of Darkseid to your character, even though visually it's not 100% accurate. So the chest of the Firstborn is one of the options I would suggest. Another one would be the progeny of Darkseid. Again, it's not accurate to Darkseid. I don't think Darkseid ever wore that. If he did, I don't remember it. But again, with the weird the weird lines and the weird dots and all that, it kind of looks Kirby-like. And Darkseid being created by Kirby, anything that you can add to the character that looks like Kirby, actually will help to do the trick. Again, it's not accurate to any chess piece that Darkseid ever wore, but again, it has the essence of the character well enough that if you use that chess piece, people will understand that your character is Darkseid. That's pretty much the chess piece I used, and as I mentioned, I added some bulky shoulders to make the character look bigger. I gave him some pants as opposed to the briefs, so that he would look more serious and menacing. For the boots, I went with the Astral boots just because I kind of like them. So, and the material I used is the cosmic material, so the Astral boots kind of fit with some of the pieces that I used the cosmic material on. The gloves, I went with the Parallax gloves. They do the trick well enough. The shoulders are the Dresden 7 shoulders, if I'm not mistaken. But any pair of shoulders that's pretty big and huge on your character, and that makes your character look also bigger and more imposing. Any of those would do the trick. There are some Brainiac shoulders that you can see some of those shoulders in the back to the right on one of my armories. Like these shoulders, have these big bright spot with those squiggly lines in between. Those shoulders could do the trick quite as well. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. I didn't expect to do this video, but don't worry, I have other videos in the pipeline. So that's pretty much it for now. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.